Today I'm going to talk about how to split grids in batches using ChaiNNer. ChaiNNer is a free program that allows you to perform batch operations on images like upscaling, in this case splitting grids, and other image manipulation tasks. So what I'm going to do today is split these 20 images, which are from Midjourney, which are in 2x2 grids, into a set of 80 independent 1x1 images that I can then process. So I have ChaiNNer open here in the background, and you'll see that I have all these options, and some of them are kind of technical, but we don't need to worry about all those right now. Right now what we're going to worry about is getting those images to process. So I'm going to grab this image file iterator, and what that does is I can select a directory here. You can see I already have that directory queued up, and select it. And now when I run ChaiNNer, it will run whatever is in this box on each of those images. So right now you can see that I have the image directory, subdirectory path, image name, and overall index values that I can pass out of that. And we'll use some of those, we won't use others, like we're not going to use the directory or subdirectory. And what I'm going to want to do is crop here. And we're going to want crop offsets for this, because that will change how what part of the image ChaiNNer is looking at. I'm going to grab 4 of these because I want to have 4 separate outputs. Now what we're going to do is feed the same image value from here into each of those nodes. So drag it out 4 times. And now this is based on the image you're feeding it in. So if you're using an image with different resolutions, you might need to change this, but I know that these images are 1024 by 1024. And so I know that since I want a quarter of that, I want 512 for my values here. This is how big the output image will be. And you could automate this step too. There are ways to perform math on the images, but I'm not going to do that because all my images are the same size and I know what that is. Now, these offset values will change where in the image it's looking. So right now, all of these are set to look at starting at the top left corner, but I don't want to have 4 copies of the same image, so I'm going to set these offsets by 512. And so this will be top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And then that will give us 4 image files to output. And we can save those images out into a directory. I already have a directory prepared for this. But before we do that, we actually need to change the names, because as is, these images will pass through, but they're not being named. And if we just set one name for each image, it will overwrite each time we run it. So what we actually want to do is grab this text append module. And we're actually going to want 4 of those as well, so I need to rearrange my workspace because I did a very good job of that the first time. We're going to want 4 of these. We're going to want to drag the image name as the input for each of these. Not doing what it should. There we go. Sometimes you might need to fiddle with the placement of the nodes. I don't know why it does that. It's a bug. It might be fixed. And we're going to set those out, and you'll notice that these still will be just that input name and then going out. So we're going to add grid 1, grid 2, grid 3, and grid 4. And now we have this all set up, and if we hit this button to run it, you'll see that it spins and it starts chopping through these images. There's 20, so you can see it's already halfway done. And then if we hop out of ChaiNNer and to where I've prepared that folder, you'll see that we have all 80 images. However, being that we just grabbed 80 images straight from Midjourney, we're going to need to do a little bit of fixing before they're ready to be usable. Now, in an ideal world, you would manually touch up all of these, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do is show you how to batch process them, but that will be a separate video. I hope this has been useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Feel free to leave a like or subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on ChaiNNer, Midjourney, and other related topics in the future. And I do have a Ko-fi link if you want to support me financially. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.